Previously on Amphibia, the resistance continues to grow. However, Sprig, Hoppa, Polly, Sasha, and Anne manage to find a secret planter room in the underground resistance base under the planter's home, and a letter that seems to be completely blank. We know this letter is from Sprig's ancestor Leaf, former friend to King Andreas, but the way to find out what's on that letter is unknown to the planters. Will they discover Leaf's final message? Will it be the thing that turns King Andreas fully from his father and the core? Can Amphibia be saved? Let's find out. The three armies. Oh, okay. Getting into it, huh? Oh, alright. Ready to roll out. Andreas... Wait, he's gonna invade Earth in a few days? Jesus, how much time has passed? Join with Newton Toad allies. Uh-oh. Things will be tense. That's an understatement. Wait, what Newt allies, though? Oh, wait, no. From, the Newts and Tights. Gotcha. I forgot about that. It's like, I mean, you got a few Toads and Newts here. Just like, it's not out of choice. Sorry. How do you math this face? She has broke her peace in the past. Interesting. Mediator of the Year and Boonchoy. Huh. They both valued proper lung control. Huh. Okay. I feel like Anne's being a little too overly confident about this, but I mean, she has a point. You gotta find the common ground to get them on the same page. Toads, Newts. I didn't know he had a whole army behind him. I thought he had just a few dudes. Jesus. Oh, really? Oh my god, wow. Oh wow, we're really doing this. Some good old-fashioned racism. Race war! Snobby Newt bullying Toads. 900 years of conflict fixed in a day. I mean... Look, common enemy, guys. And your confidence is inspiring, and I feel like you're setting yourself up for failure. Man, she really is taking that accomplishment to heart. Oh my god, no. Oh, Jesus. Weapon check. Oh, my mice. Polly, no. Polly, no! Oh, god. Oh, Beatrice, no. Antonio, don't put down her idea. This is a safe space, damn it. Orphans? Question mark. I mean, they are trying, you know, all things considered. Oh my god. You guys need to calm your asses down. Oh, Jesus. How about this? Fight, 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 fight. Team building exercises? Oh god. Those are a lot of newts and tight. Wait a minute. Hold on. You can literally spot Loggle from a mile away. He's so jacked. I love it. Tritonia has a black eye. Nice. Mirror exercise. Aw. Wait, no. I love it. It's so cute. I love the trust between Anne and Sasha. It's adorable. Feel the harmony. Uh-oh. Man down! Well, they all fell in harmony. Swirl grime. Uh-oh. Oh, God. It's a Katamari. Three-legged race. This won't end well. Yep. Oof. Oh, no. Oh, God. Tony, no. No. And please, do not. Aw. Wedgie. Yep. Oh, boy. Oh, jeez. And did someone say weapons? Polly, no! Polly, no! Take a weapon, leave a body? Frogs, do the best you can. Again, Loggle is so jacked! When is Hoppadiah the frog leader? Whoa! Huh. I love Grimes. It's just like, I probably should have led with I have the power to crush you all. And just went full disappointed parent on him. Damn. Aww. Yeah. I mean, the idea is to essentially use everybody's plan. Not bad. Like, yeah, ultimately, it's just like, we still want to save our world, so, I mean, what else can we do at this point? No. Oh, Mother of Ohms. He's invading Earth tonight? Like, should we tell him about the mushroom zombies? We'll hold off on that for a second. Now, I do actually admire the fact that they were just like, hey, this is a deep-rooted issue that is not going to be solved in a day. But what it really comes down to is work together or die. Essentially, self-preservation and a little bit of might makes right goes a long way. But this episode, the beginning of the end. Alright, we're getting closer and closer to that finale. Let's find out what happens here. Oh, it's back on Earth. We watching some Lord of the Rings shit. Yeah, whatever you say, Skeletor. Of course. Marcy. She would be a Lord of the Rings nerd. You know what? The fact that, she says she doesn't care, but the fact that they're at least willing to watch it for her, it at least shows that they're willing to watch what she enjoys. And they passed out. It can be bittersweet when you have different interests from your friends. It's a weird situation. But then Anne and Sasha still remembered the movie, despite not having a real interest in it. So, at least they're not completely inconsiderate. Our friendship. Newts, toads, mushroom zombies, caterpillars, or whatever they're called. Ohms come together right now. Yo, this battle music in the background is awesome. That down, 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 down. It's like, use the bathroom now. We are not turning around. We are not turning this army around. Crime put together a playlist. Wow, you guys are choosing now to have this discussion. The Marcy situation. Oh boy. Okay. It's weird that you've chosen to address it now, but then again, Sasha had her own things to address, so it's now or never. It was a 3-hour movie, Anne. So Anne feels like they never really acknowledged how desperate Marcy was for some form of approval. I feel like both of them have a point. On the one hand, what Marcy did was really messed up. There's no denying it. But at the same time, it's just like, how was she to know that the music box actually would work? But then the fact that she felt like she gave Anne and Sasha something great when they didn't really want to be stuck here or anything like that. It's a complicated situation. Really save this friendship. That is a good point. Because ultimately, let's face it, this was a friendship that was always going to go its separate ways at some point. Like, let's be real. They were going to drift apart at some point. They have different interests, different wants. Despite the fact that Sasha has taken back or pull the reins back on her obsessive nature. I mean, with everything that's happened, once they get older, they're going to drift into other friend groups, other relationships, people who share their interests more deeply and stuff like that. That's honestly what Marcy kind of needs. This is one of those friendships that, you're always going to be friends, but I mean, I don't see them being as close as they are now in the future. Oh, jeez. Andreas is ready. What is that? Is that a Robo-Frog Butler? Robo-Toad Butler? Sparkling cider? Is that their flag? Nice. Whoa. That is massive. Badass. Get out there! Yo, Loggle, go! Brace for impact! Wilhelm scream. Like, that's actually a pretty big army. Really? Really? Alright. Elite Squad! This is something that Sasha should understand. Then again, Sasha's not used to being the one who's betrayed. We're doing a callback to the whole thing with the music box. But Anne has forgiven multiple people who have wronged her in the past. Tritonia, Hopediah, Sasha. Like, of course Anne would be the one to teach and try to exposit the lessons of forgiveness. Now, I also want to make it clear, if you choose not to forgive someone, that's perfectly fine too. That is your choice, and that is up to you in the end. Do not feel pressured to forgive someone who has wronged. Forgiving is great. It can be healing in a lot of ways. But understanding when someone is beyond forgiveness, that is also something people need to learn as well. Like, you need to understand where your line is. Exactly. It's just like, the only reason you have the relationship you have right now with Anne is because she chose to forgive you. It's something she could have chose not to. Now, should you betray that trust that she's given you with everything that's going on? No, she has every right to drop you like a bad habit. But Anne chose to do something that should have been impossible with everything that's happened up until now. Let's do it. Oh, of course they're being controlled. Although, this is the first time we've seen more sentient creatures controlled by the collars. Oh, I had no idea Olivia and Yunnan would be such a good tag team. Wait, she's here too? Nice one, Apothecary Gary. Yeah, Loggle! Hell yeah! Uh-oh. Oh, nice ohms. Oh, the hell was that? Oh, Mossman! I didn't think Mossman would help out Wally, but okay. Uh-oh, Andreas. Nice flourish. Jeez. Man, Olivia is actually a lot better at combat than I thought she would be. Dance fusion routine? Really? Oh my god. It's so adorable. Really? I love this. What? Yo, that was sick. Yeah, you very much do not understand. It was a trap. The core. Oh, of course. Marcy's mind, that would key him into the plan. Damn. We spent I love it, all that time just going over the fact that, hey, this plan is reminiscent of Marcy's favorite movie. Of course they would know that this is the plan that they're going for. Ooh, damn. Yeah, it's like, examining Marcy's memories, it's just like, were you guys ever really friends? Like, let's be honest. Like, where does the line between you just putting up with what she liked and you actually doing it because you were friends? Like, where's the line drawn? Like I said, it is one of those friendships that would have eventually dissipated the older they got. And of course, shown that the rebellion has failed and they'll succumb. Retreat! Kill Anne! Because she has a bit of the power. But damn, just to be like, kill her. Like, whoa. Oh, huh. That is a good point. They don't know what the stones can do? And they've been using this power the entire time and they don't know the power behind it? Huh, that brings up an excellent question now. Where do the stones come from? It's not going to be that simple. That's an excellent point. She holds a portion of the box's power. She's connected to it. What if killing her actually makes it so that you can't use the box anymore? The core hasn't actually considered that. What? Oh, wow. A collection of the greatest minds of Amphibia, huh? Yeah, right. I gotta admit, Anne should kind of revel in that moment, because it's just like, did I really outsmart you for a second there? Really? But, I mean, she actually bought some good time. Like, I gotta admit, that's pretty impressive. It's one of the few times where this villain's just like, okay, I'm gonna kill you. And the hero came up with a good reason to not have that happen. Now, there's no reason not to kill everyone else, but collars, of course. The Earth invasion is happening, though. Well, shit. I love it. It's just like it's California. Of course, they're just like, oh god, it's an earthquake! It's a lot worse than that. It's a full-on invasion to be continued. I know that's why. Aww. It really does beg the question. They were willing to at least try to watch her favorite movie, despite the fact that it didn't interest her. And at the same time, they also made it clear that they weren't interested. So it really does beg the question, where do you draw the line? Are they true friends because they were willing to share in their friend's interest despite the fact that it didn't interest them? Or are they bad friends because they never took her interests as seriously as she did? The question of friendship presented here is actually very fascinating, because I've known people who clung to their childhood friends desperately despite the fact that their interests drifted after a certain point, and they kind of were miserable to a certain degree. But at the same time, despite the fact that I still keep in touch with a good amount of my childhood friends, we honestly drifted away to the point where we don't even keep in contact with each other that often. I hear about them from time to time, but we're not really close because we didn't share the same interests after a certain point. And I felt like to cling on to that would be a bad idea because it's like, well, you're not interested in what I'm interested in. I'm going to find people who are. And that's kind of what I've done with most of my life. Always going to people who shared my interests. And I became friends with those people because we had something in common. We could have conversations so easily, being engulfed with things that we each liked and stuff like that. But at the same time, you don't always have to share all of your friends' interests. There's plenty of things where I like it and my friends don't, and vice versa, but we share more things in common than anything else. This friendship group that they have going on here, it's a lot easier because they're all in the same school. But like I said before, it's not uncommon for a friend group like this to drift apart to a certain degree once they get older. But maybe that's the idea. Marcy sees this as, once she's gone, that's kind of it. They were already growing apart. The older she gets, they were friends from childhood, but Sasha has different interests that kind of align more with Anne more than anything else. But even Sasha and Anne were going to come to a head at some point, especially now that Anne has gained a lot more confidence in herself. Like, I get the feeling that Anne and Sasha were always going to come to blows at some point. It's just the circumstances of being in Amphibia that accelerated a lot of that stuff. And Marcy was always probably just going to be in the background, just enjoying what she enjoyed, and Anne and Sasha just kind of putting up with it to a certain degree. I don't know. Maybe I have a more morbid outlook on that kind of situation. It does leave me curious. Have you experienced something like this where you and your friends from childhood grew apart? Do you still keep in contact with them? Because, I'll be honest, I still like to hear about my childhood friends from time to time, but now being an adult, it's just that there was that disconnect, I still have good memories of going over to the house, watching movies, having the same kind of interest for a hot minute, but the older we got, the more we drifted. It was especially once we hit high school, that was kind of the nail in the coffin. Like, was it a bad thing that we drifted apart? Even in terms of Andreas and his friends, Beryl and Lee, it's just like they had different interests at a certain point. Although, with that relationship, they were kind of on board for what Andreas was doing right up until Leaf had that premonition. Had they seen what she saw, would they have changed their minds as well? That's a whole other situation, but it's being paralleled here. I don't blame Marcy for not wanting to lose this, but honestly, I get the feeling that moving on with her life might have done her more good than anything else. She was desperate to cling on to something that had long since not been something that she should have been clinging on to. Maybe that's a little too cruel. I'm not sure. That's why I say the question of friendship here, it's a fascinating one, because I feel like they could all stick together with everything they've been through. They could stick together as friends, but Marcy's still probably going to end up moving away. She might gain other friends, a new life, find people who actually share in her interests, who are willing to watch, a whole 9-hour cut or a 12-hour cut of the whole Lord of the Rings trilogy with her, just for the experience of watching through it all. Who could survive kind of situation. Those were the friends I gained after my childhood friends, where it's just like, yeah, let's marathon the whole Lord of the Rings trilogy. The director's cut, all that shit. Who will survive? Who can make it? Or just having bragging rights, doing it separately and being like, oh yeah, I passed out at this point. Oh yeah, I couldn't even make it past this. No, I had to take breaks in between. Stuff like that. I would be friends with Marcy, but that would be after she moved on from Sasha and Anne. Or maybe they did talk from time to like they would drift apart the older they got because they don't share similar interests. They don't have a reason to keep in contact as readily as they would have before. They have the benefit of proximity. That's why they're friends. I'm gonna be honest, I never would have thought I'd have a full-on whole conversation with this kind of situation, but I really am interested. Do you relate to Marcy? Do you relate to Sasha and Anne? Were you the friend who never took an interest in what your friend enjoyed and you drifted apart? Were you the one constantly trying to push your friends to enjoy what you enjoyed? Because I will be honest, there were plenty of times where certain groups of friends I had, I was interested in something that none of them were interested in. Then again, there were times where I was the one who was just like, hey, I want to show you guys this thing. I had the benefit of it being Avatar: The Last Airbender that I showed to my friends and they loved it. Like, I got so many people into Avatar: The Last Airbender just by being like, hey, just check out this one thing with me. And they watched it all the way through. So maybe it all just kind of depends. I mean, again, Sasha and Anne do remember the movie. I don't know. Again, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. If you like this video, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff. Or don't. I ain't your daddy, but I still love you like one. And until next time, I've been Duuz-Diz-Din, and you need to prepare, because the invasion has begun. Until next time, bye-bye!